Thank you for looking after me and making sure I'm safe. I know sometimes it's hard to know how to do the right thing and what you can or can't do to make sure I'm cared for properly. There's lots of laws in this country which are supposed to help, but sometimes people get worried that they might get in trouble for doing something right. In case it turns out they shouldn't have done that, there's lots of times when people caring for me should have talked to each other, but didn't because they were worried they might get it wrong, and that meant that not everyone knew what was happening and children have got hurt. To help keep me safe, I need you to talk to other people about some of the things that you might be worried about. Just like my football team can't win a match if we don't tell each other what we're doing and what we need them to do. The problem is, sometimes people think you need me or my parents' permission to talk to each other, but if you're doing this to keep me safe, that's okay. Although you don't need permission, it's important to be honest with me and my parents about when you're telling other people about keeping me safe and what you're sharing with them. Unless this would make me less safe or worried, it's to do with breaking the law. When you're sharing things, please don't share everything about my life with everyone. It's really personal stuff, and I'm sure you wouldn't want everyone knowing everything about your life. So only share what you really need to keep me safe. If you think another service can help, though, you need to ask if it's okay to get them involved, unless it's really, really serious. I know it's hard to make the right decision sometimes, but there's some really helpful guides out there which you can look at and tell you what you should and shouldn't do and why. Me and my friends need you to help keep us safe, and the best way to do that is to be honest, be open, and talk to each other.
Working together to safeguard children and the information sharing guidance provide a clear guide on how and why you must share information in order to effectively safeguard children. If you have a safeguarding concern for a child, then consent is not required to share information with the intention of this helping to protect a child from harm. The principles of the guidance, though, are that we should always be open and transparent when working with families and informing them of what we'll be sharing, with whom and why. Unless, of course, you feel that by doing so would place someone at risk or compromise effective safeguarding arrangements, including criminal investigations. We have a legal responsibility to protect children from harm, but we can't do this unless we work with other agencies and share what it is we are concerned about or other relevant information needed in order to fulfill our responsibilities to keep children safe. There are a number of legal bases for sharing information under the GDPR legislation, including public task, legal obligation, or legitimate interest, depending on the type of organisation you work for, and you should be clear about what legal basis you are using before information is shared. Any personal information you do share must be necessary, fair, and proportionate, and should only share what is necessary to protect a child from harm. If requesting support from another service, consent is needed, unless it meets the criteria for a child protection plan. For more information, please refer to the updated information sharing guidance or visit the Somerset Safeguarding Children Partnership website.
Let's talk together to help keep children safe.